Hello, everyone. This is Ross from Retro Dream Meme. I'm an eBay seller full time. I've been doing this with my fiance Netta for more than 3 years now. Don't forget to like the video and subscribe to the channel. I'm about to go into what we were shipping out today on Friday. So, a good amount of stuff. And also, when I was at the storage unit, some offers came in. I think I sold like 3 or 4 things there when I was at the storage unit. It's been happening to me recently in the past few weeks, but normally that's pretty rare when I'm there. It's just like dead silent. So, it's nice to get some sales, grab the item. And then these people usually go like, holy moly, that item shipped super fast, because like after we do this video, we're gonna pack up everything. I drop it off within like 1 to 3 hours. So I always imagine like these people are like, what? I'm already getting like because like it'll send them notifications of like labels and stuff and tracking. All right, I just think it's funny. I'm always curious what people's reactions are when they get something shipped out that fast. So first thing right here is a lot of 2 packs of 65 of the, are they 65? They are 65 packs of the Pokemon. This is Lucario. He's, I think, like a psychic fighting Pokemon right here. These are sleeves that come in the Elite Trainer boxes. They usually come with 65, which is a weird number. Well, it's kind of like an okay number because decks are usually 60. So then like 5 is like in case if, you know, something rips or tears, you have a replacement. So this, I end up putting these in like packs of 2 or 3 sometimes, just because like the individual pack's not worth too much. As the years go by, these sleeves kind of like increase in value because they won't be around as much, because people have to spend more to get the Elite Trainer box, which has the sealed packs in it, to get stuff like this. And then I like to lot up 2 or 3 sometimes, because I know Magic the Gathering players like to use all sorts of sleeves, even Pokemon sleeves. These end up selling to repeat buyer for $8 plus shipping. Everything's going to be plus shipping. All right, next up is going to be a set of 4. Well, they got 2 individual. It was like a combo order. I have the Kaijudo decks. You've seen me sell these before. This was by Wizards of the Coast. They were trying to make like a children's version of Magic that would be an on-ramp for children to play Magic the Gathering. This has like more cartoonish characters and stuff. It's still very similar. This is like the light versus like the plains for Magic the Gathering. These are the dark characters, which is supposed to be like the swamp. And the rules are very similar. It's just the numbers are bigger, and kids like the bigger numbers. You know, they want to do 5,000 damage. They don't want to do 5. So we got all 4 demo decks right here. Nothing too crazy. Like I don't think they have any like special rares. Like they're always the same thing when you get them. This game's a lot of fun. I played it for like a few months when they were advertising it. They at some point stopped their support for it. It's missing the blue deck, so they end up spending $32 for these 4 right here. All right, next up is going to, I got a bunch of these. I forgot about the Nendoroids. Shiguri Ui. I'm probably saying that wrong. Some kind of like anime figure or Vocaloid. These Nendoroids in this package here are basically the Japanese versions of Funko Pops, but like the quality is way higher, and they have all these like little parts that you can like swap in: face, eyes, hands. They also have different tiers of these figures where like you can buy the base one, then you can buy like one with like a special platform, then you can buy one with like an extra special display with all these extra bits and pieces. I was unaware of this. It's by a company called Good Smile Company. There's also a lot of people who sell like fakes and stuff of these, at least online on eBay. So like I get a lot of questions like, is this, or at least when I have like the loose ones from the person, that they always ask me if it's real. And I say it is. This person buys stuff from Japan directly. As the person I get a lot of anime stuff from, and then they get bored of it, their stuff, and then they buy new stuff, and then they don't really care what they get for it, so they end up selling it to me. All right, so this ended up selling for $55 for this particular Nendoroid. So I took a little bit slightly lower offer. I think I had it for 80. Then when they sent me a $55 offer, I checked to see what other people had. There was one at like 90, there was one at like 125, and then there was one at 60. The 60 was free shipping, so I'm like, it's fine. I'll take the 55 instead of like the 80 that I had. It's not a big deal. We do send out offers and stuff. Most of the stuff we sell actually sells on offers that we send or we receive. So I was like, it's fine. It was like 5, 6, 7, $8 off from what I wanted, but not a big deal. All right, next up is going to be these right here. This is going international. These are like 50 plus Frostpunk cardboard board game tokens. I haven't played the Frostpunk board game. Doesn't really seem like my type of game. I think it's like a co-op survival type of game. And I think the reason why I don't like it is the iconography with the symbols in the game. They're just like too generic to me. I want a little bit more like artistic style, like aesthetic to it. Like the box is kind of fancy up front. So I do know people like the Frostpunk board game. I think it's, has like a decent rating on websites. These pieces went for $15.99. I'm not too sure what they're picking them up for. Maybe they had some pieces go missing and they can't order them in the country that they're in, board games are weird with like international shipping and stuff. Like some places get some board games because every board game company deals with it differently. Some companies just go like, nope, we're only shipping to a few places. So yeah, every company is different. Board games aren't like one giant umbrella, and they don't all work the same way. They almost all individually work differently, from like someone making one board game all the way to a company that actually has like quarterly sales that they have to make and stuff. So yeah, it's interesting. It's all over the place. Moving along, we have these cards. It's like 56 cards. I've never played it. I forget. It's not Fantasy Flight Games. You know what? I forget which company made this one, but this is one of the Skyrim board games. So this is like an adventure board game type of thing. These are going to be like different cards, replacement cards. That's it. They're not like, it's not like a full game. $5.56 for this. It's not like a full set of replacement cards. I got like a completely incomplete version of that game. I haven't played that one. I played the Chip Theory Games Elder Scrolls game, Betrayal of the Second Era. There's Skyrim within it, but it's not just Skyrim for that one. All right, moving along, we have it was a combo order. Let's see, it was 21 plus 18, so $39 for these two lots right here. They are going to be 1 out of 32, sorry, 1 out of 72 scale miniatures. This packet, I believe right here, is a bunch of like 100 or so Civil War, unpainted. And then these ones, there's like a little bit more than like 150 or so. Someone did some painting or whatever, but then the paint must have been like the wrong type of paints because it started chipping. So I did show pictures of all of that. So these two for, what was it, $39 plus shipping. All right, moving along, we got these Star Wars Champions of the Force. Two of these cassettes, I believe these are just going to be like cassettes that go through different Star Wars books. I got a bunch of these at one point. I remember when I first listed these, I had a couple people basically tell me that they were worthless. You guys hear me say it on the channel constantly over and over again. Like I never respond to those messages. Maybe once in a while, like I'll look it up, but generally when someone tells me something's worthless, in addition, they send an offer on something, they're just trying to do like a haggling tactic. They're trying to like belittle the item so that they can get it for cheaper. Really bad buyer tactic. I'm sure it works on some sellers, but for me, that's basically, and for Netta, when we see those messages, even if it's a good offer, that's an auto decline. We want to sell something to someone that actually appreciates the items, because there could be more problems down the road. You know, if they're already complaining before an item's bought, like I like to give people the benefit of the doubt, but when they're like, oh, this item's worth this item's not worth anything, but then they want to buy it, it's just a weird situation. So that's the upside of eBay, is you can decline offers. Like you have offers on, and you are allowed to decline offers. So I like that. You know, it'd be weird if like you're like working in a restaurant and someone goes like, oh, I don't want, those eggs are garbage. They make everyone sick. But yeah, I'll give 1/3 of the price. Yeah, give me the eggs. Give me the eggs. You know, it's just it'd be such a weird concept anywhere else. But that is, I do like the power and control you get on eBay as a seller. There are like small things like that we appreciate. $14.40 for that. This one's going international, so that's another thing that I think about when I list stuff, is we do have, not a lot of people have eBay international shipping, or just the regular classic like USPS or UPS, you know, other ways to ship stuff internationally. There's just a lot of people that just don't mess with it. So there's a lot of stuff that we list, and even if someone thinks it's overpriced for here in America, there might be someone that like can't get the Frostpunk replacement board game tokens. They might have to buy a new one, which would, that game's heavy, so it'd be really expensive for them. Or they can't get a hold of some Star Wars like cassettes that they wanted. No one has them within like their country, so we do think of that. All right, next up is going to be a lot of, well, not a lot, so it was a combo order. So there's 7 different dice. So these 4 dice right here are going to be Flames of War. Sorry, you can't see, I already have them packed up. They are black 16mm dice with red pips, and then instead of the 6, there is a tank. So these are Flames of War. They were like from a special edition set. That was a pretty expensive set if I had the full thing. These two are like from Gamehole Con. We actually went there, I want to say like last year, the year before. These are kind of like a light blue with like kind of like a shimmer when you kind of like do this and like look at them, kind of almost like a lenticular, really good quality. We got those as a promo there. And then this one, I don't know what it is. It says Sons of Slambo, some kind of, I think that's an RPG for the 6 right there. This is like a gray swirl type of dice. These end up going for $51.97. Also going international. So someone's just liking cool dice. Like they are fun dice. Moving along, we have a lot of 33 right here. These are going to be HeroClix. These are just like the light objects and heavy objects that super strength characters can wield, carry, throw, and smash for damage. There's a bunch of like hindering terrain where if characters like bust open like doors and walls you placed on the hindering terrain, some abilities do it. There's water tokens and special tokens here, and then these two little dice right here that come in the starter sets. I don't think the HeroClix players like these. These are what, like 12 millimeter. They like the 16 millimeter specifically with a symbol for the 6, kind of like how we sold this one. That's their specifications for dice. This little packet of tokens and stuff, $8.99, which is pretty good just for like, that came in like a, an auction I purchased where that's just like all the side stuff where I'm like, well, I'm not gonna throw it away. People do use this stuff, so end up getting a small sale for it. Next up is going to be GGW Europa. This is going to be for the Narvik expansion. There's like 24 games in the Europa like board game. It's a war game. They're like pretty in depth, trying to go through like World War II. Like I said, there's 24 of them. This is gonna be from one of them. These are gonna be tokens. So there was the sheet here. The person started punching them, and I dropped it. I don't know why I dropped it. Losing control of functions here. So yeah, these are empty right here. I don't know if it's all complete, but I do lay out every token and I do show them face up. It takes a long time. I was talking to Ned, I don't know if it's worth it. I still do it now these days because I do think I get like sales for bits and pieces for games like this that have thousands of tokens because I let people see every single token they're getting. But yeah, a bunch of replacement tokens to repeat buyer for $14. All right, moving along. I'm so happy I sold these. These are cherished teddies. Kiss the hurt and make it well right here. This one is, I can't take, they're kind of like a pain to take out. So I don't want to take them out because it takes a lot of time to put them back in. They have like a foam and like an insert. Then they have like a certification certificate that I don't want to get like mushed again. So yeah, this is just like one of here. I'll just like look at my pictures. This is just like a teddy bear girl with like a little bow on her head. And then this other one is called Zachary. Yesterday's memories are today's treasures. And there's like a teddy bear boy, and he has a sailboat and like a doll or something, like a teddy, like a doll in front of him, even though he's a teddy bear, if that makes sense. So we got a bunch of these. This is like one of the first bulk lot that we did. It was like $1 for each of these from someone that this person cleaned out like basements for people, and then they would sell all like the extra stuff and stuff. So it was kind of like a half storage unit flipper, half estate sale person. Bought a bunch for $1 each, so we got like 600. So it's a lot of money. We did make a lot of money from them. I still sell them occasionally. They were just, I don't know, they were just like a pain. Even though we made a lot of money, there's not many things that I wouldn't deal with my time again. And the cherished teddies, I don't know, something about them, my eyes just glaze over. Even selling them, I'm like, yes, we sold another pair. So yeah, this ended up going for $10.80. So at $1 each, it wasn't like too fancy. We have sold different sets and lots, some for more, some for less, but we make money on all of them. But yeah, that was like 4 or 5 years ago, so like way before we were recording. So we have sold a bunch, and then there's still like 30 or 40 left at my parents' garage that we just have to pick up and list. But like, I'm so unmotivated to do it because I have like other stuff now that we have like transitioned into. But it was just a good experience for buying something bulk and just, kind of following through with it and seeing what happens. Last item for the day are these going to be smoke/silver D6 right here. They're in a packet. They're 16 millimeters right over here. Pretty good colors. I actually took out this package and then I showed like the actual color for the people because that's like going to be like the most important thing. Either the size of the dice and then the color of like the outside and then the color of the pips. And are there any symbols? What game can it be used for? Those are all like important questions. Going international again for $4. So selling a lot of dice international. Actually, there was like 4 or 5 international sales. I don't know if I mentioned all of them. All right, that's everything for the weekend. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to like the video and subscribe to the channel. If you'd like to help support us, take a look at our links down below.